Hello, and good evening. My name is Brandon Marvin, your host, owner, and operator here at Marvin's Militaria Antiques and Collectibles. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the Model 1910 and Model 1918 meat cans, better known as mess kits amongst collectors, historians, and dealers. The Model 1910 meat can was first introduced during the 1909 Infantry Equipment Board trials. It was submitted at the request of the Ordnance Department to Rock Island Armory to make a lightweight, durable meat can for the troops that wouldn't rust easily. The previous pattern meat cans were made of steel and in human environments were prone to rust. Thus, the Model 1910 meat can was made of aluminum body with a steel handle. From 1909 to early 1917, Rock Island Armory exclusively produced the Model 1910 meat cans and utensils. With a large influx of fresh troops and limited supplies on hand, the Ordnance Department sent out multiple contracts to various manufacturers like LF&C, TUSA, and WSCO to produce the Model 1910 meat cans. Even with the contracts given, production couldn't meet the demand, and the Ordnance Department was forced to use older kits and place orders out for non-regulation kits, such as this round example here seen in the photos. Early reports and requests from headquarters at the American Expeditionary Forces asked for the pans to be made deeper and plates to be curved, thus requiring a new and improved Model 1918 meat can was made. Additional contracts were given out to GM&L, and even a contract was given out to France. Although the French contractors had limited supplies available, they had to make the new Model 1918 cans from sheet steel finished with a tin plate. Although these are not considered rare, they're seldom seen amongst collectors and in photos. The utensils used for the Model 1910 and Model 1918 meat cans were a fork, knife, and spoon. Combined together created the term mess kit, hence the name often associated amongst collectors, dealers, and other historians. The mess kits were designed to neatly fit inside the haversack pouch, like so. Here is the Model 1910/1918 mess kit pouch. Here we have our mess kit and our utensils located above. This is a pouch. For all intents and purposes, I have detached this from the haversack because we will be doing a later video to talk about the haversack and how to set it up. So for now, I have detached this pouch off the back of the haversack to demonstrate and show you how it would fit inside. So we'll take our pouch here, and if you can look inside here, we have 1, 2, and 3 individual slots inside. This is where your utensils would be put. As you can see here, we have a leather sheath for the knife, which would fit just like this inside here. And then we would place it in the side pouch like so. Then you shall take your spoon and slide it in the back here. I usually like to place mine facing towards the rear like this. You can place them either way. This generally is more flush against the pouch and out of the way. And then your last utensil, fork, I like to put that one down so it's not poking through. You'll take your mess kit and place it inside like so. When it was all done, you can take your pouch and button it up like so. This would then attach on the back and be easily stored away for troops to access at a later time. Standard features on each of these mess kits include a O-ring, pull tab. You have your handle here, and this would come off, creating your plate and pan. It is riveted on the rear by either 2 or 3 rivets, depending on the manufacturer. And you can see a variety of stamping material. Here is the Rock Island Armory. All of them are going to be stamped on the end of the handle with a date. And they clip on to the rimmed edge like so, making it easy for you to retain your plate and pan together. Distinguishing features between the 1910 and 1918 meat cans can be seen here amongst the side, where this one has a curvature of towards the rear and the front of the handle. The model 1910 does not, where it is flat. Another distinguishable difference is the pan size between the 1910 and the 1918 mess kit, with the 1918 being a deeper well versus the 1910. Another distinguishable difference between the two plates on the 1910 versus 18 is on the 1910 you have a more of a flat plate, and the 1918 has more of a curved plate to hold in things like liquid and such. The 1918 pan and plate cannot be placed inside the 1910. The 1910 plate cannot go in the 1918. So if you have one that doesn't quite fit right, like so this is the 1910 plate and the 1918 pan. Although it will fit, when you go to click the handle here, there is a space gap in between, which could, in theory, lose your item. And if you try to do the same, here is the 1910 pan and the 1918 plate. Again, they will click, but your handle will not close. No matter how hard I try to force that, it will not close. Soldiers use their mess kits in a variety of ways, from holding rations to cooking, and in some cases using them to wash out of. Needless to say, they're a valuable piece of equipment for all troops, both home and abroad. In many cases, after the war and occupation period and troops being sent home, they were allowed to keep their mess kits, and many of troops chose to either opt to put their names or different pieces of trench art amongst their mess kits to commemorate their services. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, take it easy, and please make sure to like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube channel. We would really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts if you guys take the time to spread the word.